Here's Donald Trump responding to that absurd ideology.
Not eligible for the health care subsidies that Democrats are demanding. So can you clarify, what are you talking about when you say Democrats want to protect their health care?
So when an illegal person comes in, a person who came into our country illegally, therefore breaking the law, and look, we all have big hearts. I have a bigger heart than you do. They're all breaking the law, and they're coming into our country. And we just, as a country, cannot afford to take care of millions of people who have broken the law coming in. We want them to come into our country, but we want them to come in legally. Now we have a strong border, very strong border, thanks to Christie and Tom Homan and the whole group. They've done an amazing job at the border. I mean, we had a border that was reckless. We had a border that was a disaster. They were coming in by the millions. I say 25 million people. You're saying less, but I say 25 million people came in illegally. And no system can take care of the health care of all of those people that came in.
What he said is the fundamental difference between Republicans who are serious and living in the real world and Democrats who are living in this imaginary fairy tale world where there are unlimited resources, unlimited money, and anyone can get anything they want at any time with a snap of a finger. The United States already spends close to $2 trillion on Medicare and Medicaid, and that only covers some 20% of the population. We would have to spend close to $10 trillion to provide everybody free healthcare. And that is $3 trillion more than the entire United States federal budget. And that wouldn't even include Social Security, education, military spending, and everything else that's already in the budget. The idea is literally impossible. But yet you have this Democrat congresswoman on CNN blowing Scott Jennings' mind by saying she believes everyone in the world deserves free healthcare paid for by the United States.
Everyone deserves health care.
Even illegals?
Every single person in the world deserves
Just for the
healthcare.
record, as a candidate, you're for illegal aliens getting Medicaid.
I think everyone in the world deserves
That's a yes.
healthcare.
That's a yes.
I'm such a
That's a Democratic position.
It is a yes, but
Yeah.
It's a Democratic
Everyone in the
position.
world
Illegal
deserves
aliens should
healthcare.
get Medicaid.
But I mean,
How is this controversial?
but
How is it controversial?
How is it controversial to think I don't want someone to die in the hospital because they can't afford
Who do you
it?
think pays for health care when undocumented people show up at a hospital? Who pays for that?
We all pay for it.
Exactly.
including
I mean, we all
undocumented
pay
people
for
because
it.
they actually contribute.
That's the point. That's the point.
We do realize that undocumented
Who pays for the welfare system in this country generally? Taxpayers.
And perhaps,
Are you for it or not?
Can I start my logic train?
Are
with
you for it or not?
My logic train starts with
Just
the fact that
say
I don't
yes.
want to kick 11 million people off
Do you
of
want
Medicaid.
the illegal aliens on or not?
Do I want first of all, do I want undocumented citizens to have
say
health care?
yes.
The answer is yes.
Scott,
Okay.
if someone is
More
undocumented,
Democrats.
do you
This is what the Democrat Party has become. A bunch of idealistic, unrealistic socialists who are advocating for the impossible because their virtue signaling makes them come across as compassionate. Even if you taxed all of the billionaires in the United States 100%, we still couldn't afford it. Because what they're advocating for, the United States being the sole provider of everyone's health care, doesn't just include doctor's visits or hospital visits. It would have to include things like physical therapy, eye doctor appointments, dentist appointments. And there is just simply not enough money to pay for all of these things for all people, let alone all Americans. It would even be a more patriotic argument if they were advocating for all of these things for all Americans. But they're not. As you just heard the last lady say, and Maxine Waters say, they believe everybody in the world should be entitled to these things. But simply appealing to frustrated, downtrodden, unhappy Americans isn't enough for the Democrats. They need more voters, and that's why they're advocating for expanding these benefits to include all illegal aliens. Because they know that hardworking Americans who can provide their own health care don't want their crappy government alternative. But their crappy government alternative is certainly more than enough for the people of the third world who don't have anything to begin with.